that we're going to use as an ancillary insert, okay? We're going to talk about a couple of things here. First thing we're going to get into, you're welcome, my pleasure. First thing we're going to get into is some stuff that you can do with your teens behind the wheel. In other words, how can you coach them in car safety? Proper steering wheel, proper seat placement, proper mirrors adjustment. Where's the spare tire? They're learning some of this stuff on their own, but you need to know it, know what we're telling them. So let's start with that, and then we'll get into some distractions and the purposes of them, what they're all about. Let's start with steering wheel. Come on in closer, Bill. Who knows the proper steering wheel, hand placement for steering wheel, seats, everything else? Who wants to be my presenter, if you will? Who'd like to do that? Come on in, Mom. Go ahead, get on in.
Wonderful.
The wheel. All right. Now, first thing you want to do with your teens, the most important thing is seat position. Okay? Now, the seat position, as you can see, is this electronic, and their car may not be, but what's a proper seat? Notice her feet. They're not touching the floorboard. The proper placement of your seat should be where? Where do you think it should be?
I think it should be.
Go ahead and do it. Actually, it should be further, closer. You should adjust the seat so that your feet are actually touching the floorboard.
Is that up here?
Extend your leg, that's right, touch the floorboard, maybe a little closer.
All the way down.
There
flat.
you go, right there.
Okay.
The reason for that is you want to have a little bit of bend in your leg when your feet are on the pedals. Why? If you have to make that emergency stop, and you're going to be doing that yourself in one of these sessions, you hit that brake real hard, you don't want to have to be laying down while you do that. So now when you put your feet, now obviously your foot should be here. Are you a right-left driver? Or
No,
right?
I was
okay.
She plays a lot of video games.
You're right, and
No.
all you have to do is pivot with your heel from accelerator to brake. But if you had to hit that brake, you wouldn't be laying down hitting it hard. That's a proper placement. Now, for seat, what about steering wheel? Everybody worries about steering wheel because of airbags, but since 2006, we have what they call they're intelligent airbags. They know the position of the seat, they know what the size of the vehicle occupant, so they know how to deploy. So where would you say the proper wheel placement would be?
I'm sure it's wrong now, but I like it where it is.
No, that's okay. You have a slight bend. Now just reach your arm out all the way over the steering wheel. Just one arm. You notice how it is? That's pretty good. As long as it's in that break in the wrist, stretching your arm out straight, you'll have plenty of bend in the arm on the wheel. Now where's
Too
proper?
high to me.
Pardon?
It looks too high.
But we're not there yet.
Oh, okay.
We're not there yet. Where should it be as far as angle is concerned? It's probably fine where she's at because you want to be able to see the instrument panel.
Right.
Okay. Now, what about hand placement? Where's proper hand placement?
2 and 10.
Used to be.
I think it's 3 and
well, I'm old.
9 now.
I'm
We
the same
started
way.
with the same,
We
yeah.
started with
You
2
know, and you
and 10.
did that whip and for the horse.
Now, why do you... hand placement was both range, right?
I'm so stealing that for future comedy.
The proper hand placement should be 3 and 9, and the reason for that now is because from the advent of airbags. 2 and 10 was fine, but now if the airbag's deployed and you're holding on the steering wheel, it could throw your wrist through the windshield or into your face. And if you're wearing a Timex, you'd have a Timex brand on your forehead the rest of your life, and you don't want that to happen. No. So it's 3, and that's why they put steering wheel adjustments at 3 and 9. You see? Now, that's just part of it. Now, always be careful not to lock your thumbs. And it's okay to do that because if the airbag's deployed, they're just going to push your hands out.
Right.
Okay? Now, be careful, if you will. Make sure your teens, we got to do mirrors adjustment.
Yeah.
Rear view mirror, all it is to center you got to be able to center their rear window to be able to see out the back. Here's the important thing, moms and dads. How do you adjust the side view mirrors? What's proper adjustment? Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, instead of a lot of people you can leave it open.
I just wanted her to be able to see
That's
back.
okay.
Is that cool?
A lot of people want to adjust the mirrors so that they can see this door right here from being straight. You don't need to see the door. You know what color your car is or how many doors you have. The purpose is to eliminate what? Blind spots. Blind spot is where you're at, the next lane over. So do that. Lean all the way to the left, if you will, as far as you can. And basically, if the window is open, there you go. And you would adjust the mirrors in and out. Now you can just don't put your foot on the brake. Just hit the power switch, if you will, but without putting your foot on the brake. That'll give you some electricity so you can actually operate. Go ahead and hit it one more time. Now you can adjust the mirrors. And you adjust them so you barely see the side, so when you're sitting up straight, you're eliminating the blind spot.
Right.
Now, you got to be careful because it's somewhat disconcerting if you're not used to that.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't see anything. You got to get used to it. Therefore, you're eliminating the blind spot of the car being in the next lane, not right next to your car. You don't need to worry about that, right? You need to worry about the next lane over. Same thing with the right side. Just lean your head over as far as it will go, adjust the mirrors so you barely see the side of your car, and you're fine. Like I said, it's a little disconcerting, but it's all right.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
It
at
is.
first.
I've done it for about a year, but boy, it was hard at first.
It was, but it's a lot better now. You can
Oh,
actually
yeah.
back up and not worry.
I
Okay?
don't know.
So that's proper placement. Would you guys like to try, or do you get that all right? Now, the steering wheel, if you needed to bring it closer, this one, by the way, you can adjust it telescoping. You can pull it in and out if you like. Go ahead and pull it in and out if you want to, if you need to. Just remember, you have to be about the break in your arm, your wrist, and then you have some bend in your elbow to make those proper turns if you need that. It's as simple as that. You don't need to make it any more difficult than that. Okay? You got it?
I got